Thanks for the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys? How you know who we are?
What's this big called, the podcast?
Morning Good. Oh, I love
Hey, welcome to the Earth. Thanks. Oh, wait, I'll start over.
Welcome to Morning Good. Here with Captain Wright
Hey.
and Paddy Defino.
Arr.
Arr!
Arr.
Arr! This is the pirate pod.
The gay pod. You mind if I have the Gucci belt out?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Picking up the Gucci belt. Nice Chinese
That's a
guy.
Gucci belt?
This is a Gucci belt.
I don't know how it's going with the outfit's very. That's like a ski hat my grandpa would wear, and then the Gucci belt.
It's
That looks
one
like
your
a
grandpa would wear.
No, this is what like an Italian guy would wear.
Yeah, I'm going for an Italian ski grandpa.
That looks like a Wumbo belt
Yeah. Wombo.
What's a Wumbo belt?
from SpongeBob.
From SpongeBob.
Oh my God, you gotta set it to Wumbo.
Said it to Wombo. The belt said M and he turned it around.
The whole joke is he said you got it because they shrunk themselves. He goes, you got it set to M for Minnie when it should be set to W for Wumbo.
And then he gets bigger. It's like an
No, it
Ant-Man
doesn't.
kind of thing.
It doesn't
Yeah,
work.
it doesn't work. It was just
Okay.
this stupid moment.
I actually just realized I hate Ant-Man.
Ant-Man?
Ant-Man?
I hate Ant-Man. I don't know.
Random
I'm-
attack.
Dude, I don't know what it just. You ever just something comes over you? You're just like, "Ugh," like I don't know. I brought up Ant-Man. Now I'm like, I hate
The
Paul Rudd.
concept of Ant-Man, or
Dude,
like the guy who plays
Are you about
him,
to
or-
become a supervillain right now?
Yeah, I don't. I don't hate Paul Rudd,
Okay.
and I don't hate the concept of Ant-Man. I hate Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. I've never been like an Ant-Man fan or anything, but randomly I just
Ant-Man.
thought about that movie, and I'm like, I hate Paul Rudd being whimsical and kind of doing like a
Yeah.
little like, what if I was likable and an ant, man?
Well, my whole thing is
I hate it. I don't know why, dude.
Yeah, there was already a Spider-Man, and
Yeah.
he doesn't become the size of a spider.
No.
So why is it important that Ant-Man is small?
Well, that's all he can do. Is just be
I guess
small
that's
or
all he
big.
can do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can he bite people? He should bite people. That's what he should do.
Yeah.
I think theoretically he could bite people.
Yeah, but he just chooses not to. He's not much of an
Yeah.
ant then.
Can he just get up inside people and get big every time?
Yeah.
Like every single time.
Yeah,
That's
but I think it's more like he's like not. He's like one of those kind of like he's like a very mild anti-hero. Like I think he was like a bank robber, and they're like, "We got a project for you where
Oh.
you're the good guy." And
they
he's
should have
like,
just planted a picnic basket inside of Thanos.
Yeah.
And then Ant-Man would have been
just
drawn
goes
to
and-
it.
Well, then
Yeah.
he'd have to get with Yogi Bear too. That's a whole different movie.
That's true. But they're
That
not
guy.
afraid of doing that.
Yeah.
In those universi.
Dude, imagine you're watching Avengers and Yogi Bear comes
"Oh,
out.
boo, boo, boo."
I'll be like,
they really.
we got company.
That's the next level. They should buy the rights to literally everything.
Yeah,
so there's, like
like
Shrek
Fortnite.
in the event. Yeah, dude, that'd be
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
It'll be like Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Dude, E.T. fighting Thanos. I'm so for this.
Whoa.
But he does it with like his heart,
I think they'd be friends.
just because they're aliens.
Yeah.
I don't know. I picture E.T. somehow. He's so adorable.
I think he's a
How could you hate
villain
him?
arc.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
E.T. gets on some.
Gets
Some
in
bad shit?
bullshit.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's like, phone home, hate Jews. And you're like, whoa, E.T., man, stop. Not cool.
What does his fingers do? Because
They-
doesn't he glow?
They
He has-
heal.
They
things.
heal shit. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Because the
He
kid
is-
like hurt himself or something, right? And then he touches them. And it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's the best. Look. I have strong opinions. I love E.T. and I
Yeah.
hate Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's all just washing over me right now. I'm just really feeling. E.T. is just so adorable and lovable. I don't know.
I guess so. But some would say the same thing for Ant-Man. When he gets all small and shit. Like, oh.
You should be like Ladybug Guy.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Ladybug guy's fun. I do like Ladybug guy.
I like
Yeah.
Ladybug guy. I dress up in like a ladybug
Yeah.
costume and I ride like a Herbie fully loaded car. That seems so
Yeah.
fun.
And you're like, I'll fuck up your garden.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
I will
actually,
destro-
it's Lady Man.
Yeah. And I fly
Yeah.
away with my little wings. That
Make
sounds
a,
awesome.
Make a wish.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be a nice superpower. Is people can wish.
Yeah, you
things
can grant
around
people a
you.
wish.
Yeah, I'm Fountain Guy.
Yeah. The fountain.
I guess, yeah. This is how stupid I am. Do you remember those pictures of those little aliens that came out in Mexico that looked just like E.T.?
Yeah, those are real as hell.
I believed it so hard
Yeah.
until like way after.
It looks like when a mother like tries to make a cake of like your favorite thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like paper mache.
Yeah.
And they're holding them up.
Yeah, I think I got in like legitimate arguments about it. Like I think I was
Yeah.
like, they're fucking real.
No, it was
and I
on the
know they're
news. It
real.
was real.
Yeah. I think I did shrooms that day too when we were in Colorado. And
Oh,
we
yeah,
were
of
just like,
course.
dude, this is fucking. because they found like eggs inside of him. Which, dude, that's gotta be so fun to hoax an alien thing.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much. I would never do it because I love the topic of aliens too much.
Yeah.
To spread misinformation.
You know what feeling it probably is? It's probably the same feeling as when you go up to a baby and jingle keys.
Yeah,
The same feeling you get.
And you're
is-
like, I'm too drunk. You're driving home.
Yeah. I got this.
Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
like people are so stupid but so mesmerized. Like,
But you're sparking hope.
we,
Yeah.
you, me, and Jake could just go on a camping trip and completely fabricate an alien story and
Yeah.
make the news. We should. I should become.
If I
the-
like brought a
Yeah.
flashlight and just shined it outside of your tent, you would think it was an alien.
totally, yeah,
For
I'm
sure.
fucking
Yeah.
retarded when it comes.
What do you
to
think
aliens.
is a scarier possibility? Either one, that there are aliens that are monitoring us, keeping track of things. They're, maybe one day they plan to invade if we go too far, or we're the most advanced species in the universe.
That's kind of
And
a
it's-
lonely feeling.
It's lonely
Yeah.
and there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
other one is like we could be facing annihilation at any second.
I really don't think there's this whole alien invasion thing. I think if they're powerful enough, they would have wiped us out. And I think they're good for the most part. I don't think they're doing any evil shit. I think
How do you know?
because, or maybe they are. Maybe they're like dropping diseases like AIDS and COVID. That's kinda-
Imagine.
No, I
Yeah.
think that's the U.S. government.
that's possible.
So I got a
If
different.
you have a
fan
USA
base.
hat on, and you're like, the USA government is the worst. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm like, I change every fucking day on what I believe about aliens. I don't know.
Really?
The drone thing was crazy though. Trump just came out recently. He's like, they know what those drones are. I can't talk about it, but they're lying to us. You see him do
Yeah.
that?
It's a little weird. I know everyone's like kind of dancing around it. It's like I'm sure whatever it is at this point is not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
No, everyone's already put every idea out there.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
even if they're like we're looking for a nuke, it's like, well, of course you're looking for a nuke. There's nukes everywhere.
Yeah.
Like
Why
that's
would they be doing that
fine.
in New Jersey? They think a guy just his house
Fucking
has a
Guido
I-
invented a new.
Bro, dude.
Yeah. This pasta, I think I put too much salt in this sauce.
Hey! Yeah, he gets radiant. He starts glowing green. Oh!
That'd be so funny if just by accident a mix of cologne, pre-workout, an
Yeah.
Italian guy accidentally created a nuclear bomb.
In like a
Just-
yeah.
sub shop. Yeah.
yeah, just by the perfect mismatch of events created.
Yeah. I
That's
bet
so-
there's like a high schooler out there who like coated himself in body spray
Yeah.
and like accidentally walked into like a Yankee Candle company and just dropped dead from like reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I mean,
really funny.
Speaking of that, I had a friend almost fucking die this weekend they were doing galaxy gas and smoking a joint at the same time.
That's crazy.
And I was like, you're gonna blow up your fucking apartment. She's like, you don't think I know what I'm doing? I'm like, no, you don't.
It's already galaxy gas. Like,
Yeah.
What is like what is the crossfade equivalent?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just so you get high for longer, I guess. I don't know.
I guess. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I can't like if I like smoke weed, it makes me not want to do other stuff.
Yeah, dude, Sean
know?
Patton has a great bit of that. So everybody's like, it's a gateway drug. He's like, if I get drunk, somebody puts Coke in front of me, I'm doing it. But if I smoke pot, I won't even drink like a Red Bull. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
like, it's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
true.
Yeah, that's me with mushrooms. I remember once I was on a bunch of mushrooms at Buc-ee's, and we pulled over, and everyone was so excited to get the cookie dough. And I grab it, and I look at the ingredients, and they're this long.
Yeah.
And sober me, I'm like, oh, yummy cookie dough, whatever ingredients.
Yeah.
But me on mushrooms, like, this is unhealthy. This is fucked
Yeah.
up what
Yeah.
they're doing to us.
Yeah.
And I was like telling them, like, don't get the cookie dough. I'm like, trying to save them.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, that is a lot of ingredients. I don't feel like getting that.
Yeah.
I felt so good to
Yeah.
like save my friends.
I'll get random food panic attacks like that. Like you ever eat food and then randomly you just think about it being alive? That'll happen to me. I'll be eating a
Oh.
burger and then I just picture.
Oh, yeah.
I've been like, ugh, or
A
like
burger's
uh,
like less hard.
rotisserie chicken. I
Yeah,
just picture-
rotisserie chicken. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I do that if I'm eating like something shitty that I like microwave. I'm like, how do they make this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's like really like processed food, I'm like,
Yeah, how do
that-
they keep like a sub sandwich like alive for like 14 weeks?
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And,
I'm like,
Like a chicken, you could look at a chicken, you'd be like, that was like a little Guatemalan boy's dog for like a long time.
yeah.
you know?
yeah.
No, it's
They took it away and they're like, going to Publix. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's how they get all their chickens.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not a farm or anything.
No, yeah.
They're going to villages where boys are raising chickens.
Yeah, you're my best friend. No, he's just gone.
Me cock.
No.
Oh, me cock.
Yeah, I don't know. I like randomly. I eat too much rotisserie chicken. But I remember one time I didn't eat a pizza on shrooms because it had Abraham Lincoln's, or no, it was Benjamin Franklin's face on it.
Yeah. And
We
you're
were
like, I
just
gotta sell this on eBay.
Like
yeah, I'm trying to sell it for hundreds of
like in
dollars.
the in the shape of pepperoni or what?
No, it was like when you see patterns and shit on shrooms.
Yeah.
I see
Oh.
faces a lot, so it's like a ghost image. So it's like kind of like whatever you see is just kind of like raised to make it look like it. Like
He starts talking. He's
Interesting.
like, cheesy goodness.
Don't fly a kite
Yeah.
unless you attach a key to it.
How old was he when all this shit?
He was
Doing pizza?
13 when
Oh.
he died.
Yeah.
Ben Franklin.
Dude, all that shit is like that. Like,
You just look like that at 13.
His teeth were older than he was.
Yeah,
That's- I think that was true for at least Washington, right?
his teeth were
Yeah,
older.
it's slave. teeth.
AKA Slave Mouth Washington.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if I know it's very racist to take like the teeth out of a dead slave, but
It's even more racist to take him out of alive.
right,
Yeah.
right.
That's
What
yeah.
if maybe he was like, this would be so cool. I'm gonna have black dude teeth. Like he just didn't realize there was no
Oh,
difference. And then
yeah.
he's like, it was like a fashion thing. It was
He's like, when do they turn gold and have diamonds in them?
he's like, nah, bro, it's cultural appreciation. This ain't appropriation. I've been
Yeah.
studying black dude's teeth for a long ass time.
That's really funny. He's sagging his pants.
I'm surprised he didn't just like have a sire chew his food for him and spit it in his mouth.
Yeah,
That makes-
yeah.
Because like they had everything else back then. It was like
Did
the
they have ass
Flintstones.
wipers back then, or people wipe their own ass? I feel like there was like a little butler or like a
With
little
like a-
British boy that would wipe your ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with like a towel.
Oh, thank you, Mr. George.
Yeah, yeah.
The chambermaid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your ass
yeah.
is so clean right now, Mr. George. Silence.
Yeah,
Silence, ass wiper.
yeah. You always like go to like some house like that. There's always some weird thing. They're like, yeah, this is where they would sleep upside down like bats. You're like, why was that?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
like,
they were
"Wha-"
bad people here back in the day.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
just go to the next room.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, look at this fork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they thought it would grow their hair back after
Yeah.
getting syphilis.
It's so funny how fucking just retarded they were. Like I remember everybody used to sleep. We went to I think Monticello, which is like Jefferson's house,
Mhm.
and everybody beds were like an L. Like you'd sleep sitting up, like you know, those kind of mechanical
Oh,
beds.
really?
Oh.
Yeah, because they thought it'd help you digest better. So you just go to sleep like sitting straight up. So you're like,
Yeah.
dude,
I'm still convinced we haven't found the best way to sleep.
yeah, I'm like
No,
weirdly like
yeah.
I just dive into a mattress and it looks like I fell off of a roof. Like, when I fall asleep finally.
I sleep the most. I think the most homosexual way is I take a pillow and I just straddle it with my arms.
That's
and, like,
awesome.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a big, strong man. But I'm imagining it's a hot fat lady. So,
Ooh.
so it's
How
not
big is
gay.
the pillow? Is it a huge, massive pillow?
No, but you know,
It's
in
a
my
yogi
mind,
bow.
yeah, I don't know. I'm
A
figuring it
beanbag.
out.
It's one of those love sacks. It's just huge. I just imagine it's an obese woman.
Yeah, just a giant boob.
I think that the best I would sleep is like with a like 400-pound woman, but like I'm on top of her, kind of
Yeah.
sinking in.
Yeah, you're like it's like the
Whoa.
bed's like angled like this. You're kind of like
Yeah.
stuck under her arm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That sounds so cozy.
ain't gonna go anywhere, Michael.
Yeah. But then I also have like a jacked, maybe like Dominican bodyguard at the door who's like protecting. So like
Yeah.
safety there because she's not going to protect me, but he can protect me.
Yeah.
But I don't want to snuggle with him necessarily. So I'm snuggling with her while he's protecting me.
Yeah.
Well, you know what the bad part of her stomach's gonna be grumbling all night.
That is a good point. So I will starve.
It'll be
a
like
400-pound
ASMR. It'll be
Would
like a
that be worse?
thunderstorm.
That's true. It'll be a nice little like vibration, like those
Yeah.
beds used to pay to vibrate.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe
It's like a sleep number mattress.
Yeah.
maybe she has like a feeding tube that just goes in and just gives her like Slurpees. so her
Yeah.
stomach's-
Also, sleep apnea. I'm sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You got Darth Vader.
Oh no, she's not. We're on reverse schedules. So she's
She's alive.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. She's a what do you call it? Like a she's nocturnal.
Yeah.
So she sleeps all day while I get busy at work.
Oh, okay.
And then she wakes
Wow.
up, puts on.
She wakes up and stays in the bed.
Yes.
Well, yeah, she's
Well,
not
I mean,
going
she's not doing a
anywhere.
lot of
Yeah,
activity.
she's
Yeah.
bound to the bed.
So she's just
Okay.
watching daytime TV or nighttime TV.
With an Oculus, she's probably watching Maury.
Oculus.
She's probably watching like fat people fight each other. And she's like, they're so
Yeah.
fat. even
She's
though
got an
she's way
Oculus
fatter.
and a sleep mask on.
Yeah.
She's like Bane, like
She's full RoboCop.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's just Darth Vader. While I'm just
like
sinking in.
cyborg from
Yeah.
the Teen Titans.
Well, she's gonna be eating. If she's awake, she's gonna be eating. You
I
gotta
told you
hear
she got,
that.
she got a feeding tube, dude. Right into the
No,
jugular.
dude, they deny the feeding tube.
You think they just like they do like the
They
eating?
like the action of eating. They want to be eating 4 pizzas at once.
Okay, but you don't think there's any sort of like tube-like system that could get it like maybe she has like one.
Maybe just like a long conveyor belt of like slices of pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And she just goes like this.
Yeah, she doesn't
It
even
just-
chew. It just falls in.
Yeah, they just fall in.
The Dominican guy who's guarding the door will have a Rube Goldberg like machine that feeds the fat woman that I
It's
sleep
like
on
all
top
over
of.
like the roof and shit.
Yeah.
All for a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
I would sleep so good, dude.
You wake up and full arm stretch.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
My best sleeping is genuinely with just a bunch of dudes in like a sleepover session. You ever like a hotel room with another guy is how I sleep the best. Like
Really?
he's got his own bed. We're
Yeah.
watching TV. We're Gladiators on or something like that.
My friend Ryan is like a very small man. And like we've always, when we've had to go to like a hotel or something, like we've shared a bed. And it's like the best I ever sleep.
Yeah, dude. 'Cause
Really?
I feel
Wow.
safe. I feel so safe.
He's because he's tiny. He doesn't take up a lot of space, and he just falls asleep like that. And I'm like, oh, it's like it sends like a message to your brain that it's bedtime, you know?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'll just like look around the room and like I'll just be
Yeah.
like, oh, spiraling.
That's interesting.
I think less
like
like
having a
in the
dog.
bed. I sleep not well in the same bed as people, but like we're talking about 2 matching beds, like as in, and then
Yeah.
oh yeah,
The
yeah.
Incredibles. is
That's
on
also
TV.
fine, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't have to sleep with a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day because with some comics, like it's gay to sleep in the same bed as another guy. You're like, yes and no. It is kind
No,
of
it's gay to sleep in the same bed with another guy and have sex with him.
Yeah, that's pretty
Well, yeah,
good.
but
That's
there's
pretty
things
gay.
that are like gay in the sense that they're like you know, it's not actually gay to like flick your friend's penis. It's a prank,
Right. It's
but
gay to flick your friend's penis and then have sex with him.
Yeah.
But it is still
Flick
gay.
it until it
Like-
wakes up.
Like, there's things that are not gay as in real homosexuality, but they're
Don't you ever just want to go up to a girl and be like, hey, can you tell me, like, does my penis taste weird to you? I'm sure someone's done that.
I
before.
have wanted to try the thing. I don't know when it becomes sexual harassment, but I do want to see. Somebody's probably done this. Just asking 100 women if they want to have sex with you and see if any of them just say yes without any
Yeah.
other introduction.
Like street interview style.
Yeah.
That's really fun. Yeah.
Because like it has to work. Like 100.
You should make like a documentary about how, like, you know how that girl had sex with like 1,000 guys in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
day,
Yeah.
and then she regretted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you should make a documentary, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna have sex with 1,000 girls in a day, and it's just you going up to girls and getting rejected.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, I guess we are different.
Yeah.
after all."
I think how that would work, you'd go into it very confident because you're like, oh, at least one girl has to say yes.
Yeah.
But then by like the 200th girl that says no, you're gonna start being like, we have sex with, like, you're gonna have a different
Yeah.
energy coming at
the video
Right.
changes. You're like, I'm gonna have sex with one girl.
Yeah.
Sometime next week.
Yeah.
if the day
Just swiping,
goes well.
just
That was so funny. That woman fucked like 100 dudes or whatever in one day. Well, it was 100, right?
I think it was 100.
I think-
it can't be 1,000.
I think no, it couldn't be but is that like what's the validity?
I
of that?
weirdly got FOMO. I was like, why couldn't I have been the 500? Like, in
Oh,
my mind, I was like, I
oh
would
my
totally
god, you
done-
want to be at the end of the
Yeah.
train?
I would have
Jeez.
done it, dude. If they're all tested. As
But
long as
From what I understand is like I'm too like anti all of this to like look into it too much. But I guess like after she was done, there was someone who like walked into the room. I don't know if it was like a camera guy or whatever, and he just started dry heaving because he said the smell of the
Oh
room
my
was like
God.
so
maybe
putrid.
I wouldn't have fun.
And a
Now
lot
that
of
you
the
put it
guys-
I
out-
don't think anyone. I think by guy 7, no one's having. fun.
Yeah.
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 And a lot of the guys they said were like broke down and like cried because they're like, oh shit, this is like.
This is so
yeah,
They're
that
like, this
sucks
is-
for everybody.
Yeah,
There's
they're like,
nothing
this is
cool.
not cool. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just,
You
in my
can't-
mind, it just seems fun. I don't know.
but she's not like into it.
right. That's the
She's
problem.
like,
yeah.
oh, why did I?
Some
do
women I
this?
think are into like banging like 5 dudes in a row, but 100 that's a good.
100
100
is
is
crazy.
insane. Was she going for a world record? Did Guinness show up in like a hot air balloon?
Now, quick question. You
Even
think,
doing 100 push-ups in a day is like
sucks.
sucks.
Doing 100 anything ever
Anything,
sucks.
yeah.
do you think it works the same the other way? Like you line up 100 vaginas and you do one.
One vagina.
You're
I'm
like,
like, I'm
ooh.
done.
Like, do you think like that will break the same way? Like, do you think, or do you think if you line up 100 vaginas, I put my penis in each of them until I get to 100? Do you think I would break down crying, and do you think they would break down crying, or do you think it's just the
I don't think you'd be
dynamic?
happy.
What's up?
I don't think you'd be happy.
I really think I would.
Was she fucking to completion? Them?
I think it
Or
was they. Yeah, I think it was them.
them
They
fucking-
had to come. Yeah.
So imagine there's one guy who's like, I don't really come. when he's like going for an hour.
And
Yeah.
she's like, "Well, why'd you say that in the survey?"
Yeah.
Oh, those surveys
the
must have been
survey.
hysterical.
Yeah.
Oh, there's like a headshot in a survey.
You probably have to put like the size of your penis. I'd imagine she'd want very small penises.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very,
All I'm saying
very
is
Where do
quick.
they
if
find
I
it?
didn't think about this further, I would have signed up. But if I didn't,
was it Craigslist? Where do they find these people?
she did like interviews of all
Yeah.
of them and stuff like that.
This is insane.
It's really, really.
But the
insane.
other side just doesn't sound as bad. Like me fucking 100 women.
You're gonna get tired, man.
Yeah, but I think like you don't jerk off for like a week. You save it up. I think you could do it.
100.
But I'm saying,
But then you just bust on the first.
Yeah,
one.
you're gonna, dude. You're gonna be mushing it
not
after
to
girl
completion. I'm saying I go one dip. I'm dipping them
3.
in.
You're one.
Yeah.
That
that's
sounds
crazy.
A one dip in. That seems like everybody. It would be funny.
It would be funny, but
Yeah.
you would never be able to look at
Are
a
you gonna wear
person the same
100
again.
Really?
condoms, or are you gonna just?
That's a good point.
Yeah, and every
you-
time you peel one, off,
Yeah.
it's like 1,000 sweatshirts.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
pile.
but she hears it. I have them all on my dick.
by
I
the
just
end-
do-
Oh my god.
At the end, your dick is like this.
yeah.
Oh.
Dude, I wonder if any guy's done that with his dick. Just put like 9 condoms on, and then just had the thickest cock. And then,
Yeah.
It's like when you tape up a wiffle ball.
Yeah. That's really funny.
Yeah.
The girl's like getting kinky. She's like, I want to take this off. He's like, no. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I
She
can't
pulls
get you
it off.
pregnant.
Yeah.
And I like that they're all different colors too.
Yeah. Oh,
Fun.
that's really. She's like, why should you take purple under that? And you're like, it's a mix of red.
Those are
blue.
always so funny when you grab like a condom that's like blueberry flavored.
Dude,
This
my,
would be the
yeah,
worst condom
my
ever.
same friend who
Oh.
I used to sleep in the bed with.
Nice.
We dated when we were in high school. Like we were best friends, and our girlfriends were both best friends. So it was like we were always hanging out. And I asked him for a condom one day. He's like, "Yeah, I got you," and he handed me one. And it wasn't until I felt it break. I was like having sex, and I felt it break, and I looked down, and it's just all red. Like it was a red condom, not
Yeah.
like from the girl, but the whole condom
Yeah.
was red.
Insane. Why would
And I
they
was like,
make
yeah,
that?
like when would that color ever be appropriate? Unless
Yeah.
you're like Clifford the dog.
Yeah.
Like there's no time. Who would ever see that and be like, ooh,
Are dog
Yes.
condoms a thing?
Dogums.
Do you ever like? I guess you always neuter your dog, but you never be like, "Hey, what if we just
Yeah.
let him wrap
Oh,
up
my
a little
dog's horny. Hold on.
Yeah, let me slide it on.
Because he's not putting that thing on himself. He gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta get
Yeah.
in there.
I don't even know what object would be the right size.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they have
dogs' penises
weird little
really
penises.
range. Yeah. They, do you remember the first time seeing a dog penis? I was like, "What the fuck is going
Yeah,
on?"
they're fucked up.
Yeah. I wonder if they think the same about our penises.
As they're
No,
licking,
mine-
as
yeah,
they're
mine liked
licking
it.
peanut
Yeah.
butter off.
My dog liked it. He enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, this spoon is weirdly shaped in skin color.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't dog penises. Look, sometimes you draw a blank when you're podcasting, and I don't know. I think knowing if I really thought about being the one of the 100 guys, I think I would be like, that's gross. But at first glance, I was like, oh, this could be a fun.
Yeah.
You don't think about the logistics. Like the idea of her not wanting to be there makes it disgusting. Like I didn't think
Do-
about that. In my mind, I thought this
Yeah.
was just a fun gal who's like, let me just. I didn't think they were fucking to completion. I thought she was just like one guy puts his dick in once, the next guy puts his dick in once.
Yeah.
And I just want to be part of something bigger than myself.
I wonder if
but-
she ever doubled up. 3 guys at once.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That
Oh.
seems like a more efficient way to do it.
Gee. Oh, do you think the guys knew what number they were? Do you think it was
Some
like
guy
Hunger
really thinks he got like a
Games?
great. No, he thinks it's like a great date, and he finds out he's the
Oh.
50th guy that fucked her that day.
Yeah. Do you think they know like what number they are? Like
Yeah.
I think they knew when they walked in there.
Okay.
They
yeah.
were like, I was not the first
No,
one.
I saw
Yeah.
pictures of they have all the guys' feet, and the dudes are like in such a good mood. Like they're like, dude, I'm gonna fuck a porn star today. They're in
Yeah,
such
people were flying in.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like, they didn't even get him local.
What a bunch of freaks.
I know. But I guess she was like an OnlyFans lady, and it's like if you're paying for an OnlyFans lady, and then she's like, "Hey, lottery, 100 people are gonna have sex with me." Like, they're probably like, "Hey, fuck it." Like, I'm not.
Also, I
getting-
didn't hear the full story because like everybody I've seen on like the conservative side of it all is like this woman fucked 100 guys. She like had a mental breakdown. But I haven't seen her actually have
Is
like.
it the other side of the store?
Well, it's just like I don't know. They're like she cried, but like I didn't know if she was like crying, like what way she was crying. She could have been like,
I'm so happy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
This huge monument has been passed.
Yeah. Like maybe this is her. Like
One small step for a
I
horse.
saw a video of her, and as soon as it's funny because it starts where she's like, "Oh, I still got," she's like, "I still got cum in there," or whatever it is. She's like talking about it, whatever, and she kind of walks in the room. And they're like, "How you doing?" She's like,
oh shit.
It's like, oh, that's not a good one.
Yeah, I
that doesn't
mean,
sound fun.
The important thing is though, she had to do this so people know not to do it.
yeah,
That is true. Yeah.
Like otherwise,
Otherwise,
like,
everyone's gonna be like, "I want to fuck 100 people today."
yeah,
It's
well,
just
I
so-
could because it becomes a trend. Like things become trends. So
there'd be
quickly.
a 200 person.
Yeah, there would be a 200, and then it
Yeah.
would be like, oh, today is my 100
The
person.
new
like,
TikTok trend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone would start doing it.
Be like
and
a
It would
band.
suck to have that give that girl bad news that day. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she doesn't know, but like her dad just died, and you're like, we cannot tell her today, dude. This is
Yeah.
will
The
crush.
last guy she has sex with is like, by the way, I have HIV.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd rather the first guy, because then all the other guys, it's like, I
Oh.
get to at least do something funny here.
yeah.
I think, dude, most men and women are just primarily different with sex. I think a lot of guys could, if they didn't come, dip their dick into 100 women in one day and be like, that was funny. Like,
Here's the thing is, I think like it's the same thing as like when you visualize a gallon of milk, you're like, oh, I could drink that whole gallon.
It's so
Yes, that is
But
so
then
true.
when you're like 16 or 17 girls along the line, you're looking at this, your brain starts to shift where you're like, I don't think you could see women the same way after doing that.
No.
I disagree. I don't know.
It's just like the milk you throw up halfway through.
Yeah, halfway through, you're
Yeah.
like, what am I doing? Like, this is not, like, I don't feel, it's not exciting. It's not this. It's
I
like,
just picture fun music playing and there's people cheering
Fun
me on. I
music.
picture my
The
family's there with a banner. They're like, only 10 more to go, Michael. And I'm like,
headlining Skank Fest.
Yeah. That's how I picture. I just
Dog, you should see this guy we got.
Yeah.
He's going to have sex with 100 whores.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just see it in a way that's like everybody's proud of me. That's not at all what would happen. I'd probably lose half my
Tony
friends 'cause, like,
Hinchcliffe is
fucking-
there.
Yeah.
You fuck so good, Michael.
Wow.
I mean, expert technique,
Yeah.
especially for a New York comic. I mean.
Yeah, you're like going down the list. You just see Tony Hinchcliffe.
Come
on.
Tony, not you. It's 100 girls.
I'm
It's
doing a
100
guest spot.
Wow, you got me again.
me again. Red band, fuck you.
The goat.
Dude, what is Austin like? You liking it?
Dude, it's so fun. It's an absolute blast.
It literally looks like the most fun ever.
It's the most
It's like a
fun.
carnival.
I'm
It
like
is
scared.
it is a carnival.
Every night it's a carnival.
I'm like
Yeah.
scared to share stories of me like drinking on my because like the New York comedy scene is so like business oriented that like it's one of those things that they're like
Yeah, they're not really funny oriented.
Yeah.
over here. You'll
then I
probably
like
notice
straight.
that.
yeah but then I see like Austin every Austin comic I know is like they seem like they're just having fun. You guys are like jumping off bridges into the water.
Oh yeah.
You guys are I don't know having fun going to Dave and Buster's together. I
Dave
just-
Buster's, yeah. Dude, I mean, it is black because like the hangs are such a big part of the Austin comedy scene.
Mhm.
Like you get booked just by being around.
Yeah.
It's a very hang-oriented place
Yes.
too. Like the creek in the cave
Yes,
is like
crazy.
Do you
It's
guys
just
have any
unbelievable.
sober comics? Though? I feel like it'd be hard to be sober there.
There's a couple sober comics.
In New York's like across. It's like 50.
It's like a lot of
sober, not
sober,
yeah. It's like there's a couple sober comics, and they go to the hang, like they go to the bars and shit just to hang.
Yeah.
Like we'll be like, oh, we're going out to get fucked up, and they're like, oh, we're just hanging out,
Yeah.
but they still want to be there for that. But it's great. Carnival is the best way.
yeah.
to
It's like the
describe it.
lights are. It's all neon like everywhere.
Yeah, there's a bunch of freaks, like
There's a bunch of
sideshow
freaks. Yeah, there's like a lot of like girls dressed up.
There's horses.
Yeah.
There's police on horses.
Police
There's
on
horses just taking dumps like right
Yeah.
in front of business entrances.
Every time I make the joke, every time I see him walk by, I'm like, oh, thank God we're safe.
Yeah.
It always
Yeah.
gets a little chuckle out of it.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
God we're safe.
Thank God we're safe from the British Inquisition.
Yeah.
I was worried right now. I was worried a bandit. Nice. No.
Oh.
As I was worried a bandit might show up. And then
Oh, I always forget when I fart on the podcast that there's two other people sitting. right
No,
next
you
to me.
say that
No.
every time.
Wait,
you
is that,
know.
oh, sorry. You vaped? I thought the fart cloud. There's a cloud going. I was like, oh my God. Dude, that was so.
That is the greatest, like, That's the greatest flaw in humans is that our farts aren't visible.
That's the greatest thing.
They are in
ever. That'd be
cartoons.
horrible.
Maybe it
so
is.
funny.
Yeah, maybe it was like trial tested, because I'd like to
Yeah.
imagine God kind of invented a person,
Yeah.
had him walk around and be like, oh, that penis is way too large. We got to
Yeah.
scale that back. And
Or cloud farts, be like, this is hysterical.
this is hysterical.
But this would cause a lot of
But
problems.
I think
They're
the
gonna get nothing done.
longevity in having no detection of who farted
Oh my
is
God.
funnier.
Imagine like a big UN meeting. They're talking about a war. They're like on the break of war. Huge like meeting. It's all the big countries and Trump is there, and you just see green cloud come from Trump as they're talking about.
We're
like,
gonna nuke Israel.
I promise we're not gonna nuke anybody. And just a big fucking green
I
fart.
saw something on Twitter the other day that like there was a rumor that he was at this like summit thing and he shit his pants at it
No.
because he was kind of like sitting there like he doesn't like change his face. He kind of just kind of hangs in
Yeah.
it. But like there was nobody sitting like near him, and some people were just like
No.
and like looking around, and people were like, I think he shit his pants.
I made a poopy.
He'd be so funny too because he's such a deny guy. So
Yeah.
he would have literally diarrhea going down his pants. He's like, I had chocolate in my pocket.
I think Kamala shit my pants.
yeah.
Someone else shit my pants.
I wouldn't even care if he did. If he just walked up and was like,
Yeah.
sorry, I shit my pants. Like, it would be like, fine. That's
He could make
whatever.
a lot of people like think it's awesome and cool.
To shit their
Yeah.
pants.
Every Trump
Yeah.
supporter is shitting their
Yeah.
pants.
So what? I shit my pants. The left doesn't want you to shit.
Yeah.
I can't shit anymore. That's the 0 amendment. And yeah.
Yeah, I like. I remember the scariest one I had. I was in the pool swimming one time,
Mhm.
and I peed. And I'd always pee in pools. Like, I didn't think there was ever going to be consequences. And this day I was particularly dehydrated. So this giant yellow cloud, and I thought there was a ghost in the pool. I didn't understand it because I never
Davy
seen
Jones. Yeah.
I freaked out and
Yeah.
came out of the pool. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And everybody stared at me. They're like, "What is that? You just pissed in the."
That's
I
a
was the
really
only guy in the
funny-
pool.
That's
So I
a
was like- I was
funny
like,
method
Yeah.
to be like, whoa, guys, what is that gross stuff?
Yeah.
Ew.
You're like paddling away in your
Yeah.
swimmies.
I was freaking.
It's gonna
out
get
'cause I
me.
was like, I was like the only one in the pool. It was my backyard.
Yeah.
I was just so scared because I just saw this yellow cloud just following me, and I was like, "This is a ghost."
I always thought
Yeah.
that was like a myth, like from Old Dogs or whatever that movie was.
You're thinking of Grown Up. Similar
Grown-Ups.
concept, though.
Yeah. I always thought that
Oh,
was
where
a
you
myth.
pee and there's blue.
Yeah.
They put like a thing in it.
Wait,
Yeah.
what was old? There was Wild Hogs and Old Dogs. Those are two different movies. Both had John Travolta in it.
I don't know any of these movies.
Old Dogs is like I thought that was the Bill. Is that the Bill Burr movie
I don't.
with like big
It's Old Dads.
old dads?
Yeah.
Old Dogs is a movie.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure Old Dogs is a movie. That makes sense.
Yeah, everything's. There's movies that are like two movies. You ever hear a movie? You're like, they already named a movie this. And there's a couple movies that are like, there's multiple
Yeah.
movies the same name.
They're getting that way with video games now,
Yeah.
where they're just like the names are like the
Just
most
Call of
retarded
Duty.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, it's like the new games they come out with because they need like an original IP,
Mm-hmm.
so they have to choose a name that doesn't exist, and it's always like just terrible. It makes
Yeah.
no sense.
Yeah.
And then they're putting a bunch of like lesbians in them too.
Yeah.
Everyone's pissed about.
Are they
that.
making
was
out at
pissed.
least?
No,
No. I
it's
remember.
like the unfun lesbian.
Yeah.
kind.
I remember when they made like Battlefield 1, like the World War I game, and there was
Mhm.
like a bunch of female playable
Yeah,
character, dude.
yeah.
Like Reddit went like insane.
Yeah.
Actually, the women were not in the war.
Yeah, it's like, how do you expect the guys
Do you think
who don't fuck a lot of women to not be furious?
It would be
Yeah.
fun
The
if
game is filled with
yeah,
women.
it would be fun if they had women in the thing, and if
Yeah.
you chose a woman, like you're just like in a building off to the side, like sewing an American
Yeah.
flag.
you try to get in like a plane and fly it. Like, no.
Yeah,
No,
it
no,
just
no,
says
no,
you
no,
can't
no.
do anything.
What? You want a gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really funny. I was like, actually, there was no women driving the tanks. And I'm like, no shit,
Yeah,
Sherlock.
yeah.
Yeah. When do you think women were allowed to get guns?
Oh man, are they?
I think they could get them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It was probably around the time. I mean, it was probably the same as men and women for that. I'd imagine, or after the voting.
Yeah, because
feel
guns
like once
got
you can
invented,
vote-
and then I don't know when guns.
Actually, I can imagine women were able to buy guns all the time.
They
'Cause
probably
oh,
just
it's-
didn't like them.
Yeah,
It would be
yeah.
like, can
Yeah.
men buy nail
They're
polish? Like, I
loud.
don't
Yeah.
know. Like,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never
Make a
tried.
pink one.
Yeah. That is a big thing in Florida. There's a lot of girls with like Barbie guns. and
Yeah, a
stuff
lot
like
of
that.
pink guns. Worst
Yeah.
way to die. Pink
You went to the
gun.
same goddamn high school as me, didn't you?
We did the same.
Winter
flipping high school.
fucking winter
Park.
fucking shit dog piss high school.
I liked it. I had fun.
I had a great time,
It
dude.
was a good time.
Yeah,
Winter Park. There's like some good basketball players from there, right?
yeah.
I
The
think
Rivers.
So.
Do you know any? The Rivers.
I used to
boys?
work out with the Rivers' mom and
Austin Rivers.
Yeah, his mom and his brothers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it was Austin Rivers, and then the other one played for Duke, I think.
Yeah.
Something.
I don't know. I know we had a bunch of college football players too.
Yeah, football
Yeah.
is probably even bigger.
We had a
right?
couple Gators guys. This is
Yeah.
like a couple seasons ago. I don't remember.
That's
Yeah.
like you can't have a better life after that. Like if you grew up in a state and then you play for the Division 1 team that your state is.
Yeah.
That's like where do you go from there?
But I think the
Yeah.
hard part is like a lot of these people, like they're spending so much time doing something that like some of them love it, but I talked to a lot of my friends who played like aggressively football in high school and college, and they were like, I hated it every
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
I had a friend who's offered $1 million to go play baseball in Japan for like 7 years, or it's like over $1 million, and he just said no because he's like,
Yeah.
I'm just tired of the sport.
Yeah.
And it's like you've been doing something for so long that you're like,
They're like college athletes now are getting paid too.
Yeah.
Like the Michigan quarterback, I guess like there's this one really like Dave Portnoy and this other like billionaire guy invested and got this like the top ranked recruit for $12 million. So like that kid's gonna be a freshman in college and he's making $12 million. Like
just
a
because
year.
Dave Portnoy is paying him to do
Dude,
what?
getting
Yeah.
a freshman in college, $12 million is so.
I'm
horrifying.
I'm a dead
you know how
man.
Many, you know how many
Yeah.
galaxy gases you could buy?
Dude, I
with
would
that
be
shit?
fucking.
Universe gas. You can
Yeah.
own.
Yeah.
Dude, you know how many geek bars that gets you?
Oh
Holy
my God.
shit!
He just has like a jetpack that's like it
Galaxy
shoots galaxy
gas.
gas out the back and he's
Yeah.
pumping it
Yeah.
from the front.
They like don't have time to do anything. Like they're
Yeah.
always practicing, and then like when they're not practicing, they just like I guess
I've seen.
sexually abuse sorority girls.
Yeah,
and then
I've
cover
seen
it up.
some of them at like UT parties and stuff. But it won't be like the quarterback or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
It'll be like a random. It'll be like at most like a fucking like a starting running back. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, he popped into a party for 3 minutes.
Yeah, yeah,
just to pick up a girl he's gonna hit.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess what's his name? Not Gilbert Arenas. There's a player, John Wall. Do you remember
Mm.
John Wall?
I don't think so.
He was like this crazy college player. I guess like when he went to Kentucky, they said he would just walk into a party and just like grab a girl by the arm and just walk out and be like, "All right,
that
that was John Wall."
John Wall, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine doing it as a stand up.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The kicker of FSU, I remember he went to a fraternity party and broke their turtle in half. Like he murdered a turtle.
By kicking it? By
I don't know if
kicking
he
it?
kicked. I think he just like over his knee or something like.
Damn.
So violent, but so cool at the same time.
I didn't
like,
know you could do that. I didn't
Yeah.
know turtles work like that.
Yeah. Dude, they're just like fucking. It's like when somebody rips apart a fucking phone book. And you're like, that's a really strong
Yeah,
guy,
that's insane.
or that's a really weak turtle.
Imagine
Yeah.
the turtle like then like just like kind of grew into like a man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
Hey,
Nobody
not
ever
cool.
does that.
Yeah. Yeah. What do they? Can they get out of their shells? They can. They can
No.
leave.
The shell's part of their body.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Also,
know.
you have to know that. You have to know that turtles break in half. That's not the guy's first time breaking a turtle in half.
Whose
This guy
turtle
might be
was it?
breaking turtles constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Part of his
'Cause you
warm
have
up.
to just-
Everybody's like practicing.
He's
He's
like,
just
he
snapping
is
turtles.
Super Mario.
Yeah, he's like, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
dude. You don't want to meet the guy's boss. He's a real asshole.
You just see him at PetSmart just with like 45 turtles checking out. He's like,
Yeah.
are you gonna break these? No.
I'm about to go to a party this week.
Yeah. I gotta
I gotta
break
get
some
ready.
turtles. Yeah. Yeah. What a. I don't know. That is such a piece of shit thing to do.
Yeah.
But
It's
it's
evil.
funny, like aesthetically.
Well,
like the idea of breaking something in
There's a
half.
fine line. I think that's a middle line because it is funny, and I've seen it happen at parties before. It's
You see somebody
evil, but
break a
funny.
turtle?
Not see break a turtle, but I have seen people go grab a goldfish and eat it.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's way less.
That
illegal.
is funny.
goldfish just-
Yeah, goldfish don't have feelings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Turtles might or may or not have feelings, but if you like walk into a party to kill a puppy, they're gonna kill you.
Right.
Yeah.
But
So
the
that's,
intelligence
like, kind of
level
the
probably
middle.
isn't far off. Turtles are probably around the same smartness as puppies.
Yeah, I bet if I put peanut butter on my balls, a turtle would still have at it.
Yeah, or
Dude, imagine getting
lettuce
stuck.
around your
Lettuce,
balls.
yeah.
A snapping turtle.
Dogs are way too fast. I like a nice slow lick.
Yeah. And they make the noise. That, Have you seen those videos of turtles having sex? Like, they're crazy.
Yeah,
Dude, you see the turtles on the fucking tech boards?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
the
they
greatest
love it
thing ever.
too.
They love it.
Just
They-
seeing a guy in the corner with peanut butter on his dick and seeing one just tech it up.
Just
Yeah.
really fast.
they take to that board. Oh my god.
It's
They
It's
love
great,
it.
yeah.
Just
We-
like little dogs.
We should be improving all animals.
They
Like
take
that.
to that board like Lyle
We should
Richie
modify-
to the piano.
We should modify animals.
I'm
Yeah.
all for it.
You
Like
put like a rocket on a bird.
fucking Alex Jones always like they're mixing humans and good.
Yeah.
Good. We should be doing
I
hybrid
want to have
creatures.
I want to have
That's
like
awesome.
antelope.
I don't know
Yeah.
about humans and animals, but I
Dude.
think animals and cyborgs.
For science, yes.
You just make like a frog with springs. He just goes higher.
That sounds so much
Like,
fun.
we should have given him a different ability.
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
doubling
it's
down.
Just, it's just amplifying his normal ability. Yeah, now he can jump like 10 feet high.
Do you guys believe in human-animal hybrids? You think they're legit?
Hey,
Do I
Chimeras?
think they're real?
around?
I think they made a human
Yeah,
animal.
mule.
They made a human monkey one. I think. I think that was
Oh,
confirmed.
Michael,
It's a
don't.
gorilla.
Let's not get into that.
What?
It's called a gorilla.
A human monkey.
A
Come
hu-
on.
All right, we're not. No. We're not doing racism
Let's
right
not
now.
do
We're not doing
racism.
racism.
Oh, are you setting up for an awesome joke?
We're not doing this. Wait, I want to look this up because I'm pretty sure there was.
There's no way that's a real thing.
Tell him what I sent you.
Wait 1 second. Monkey chimera hybrid. Dude, I'm telling you this.
Is it freaky? Is it going to freak me out?
A monkey chimera is a primate that contains cells from 2 different embryos. Oh, I guess I don't know.
Well, I don't want to see like a human monkey because like we already are a human monkey.
Yeah, but like
I want to see like a bee.
like a bee dog.
Like
A bee dog.
beast.
A bee dog would
A
be cool.
bee dog.
I feel like you got to do similar size.
Like cat dog. Cat dog is the
Cat
best
dog would be
example.
cool. I mean, we could make that happen with a saw and some stitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could make cat dog happen.
That would be hilarious. The top scientist just sawing dogs in half.
Yeah. It's like, hey, you can make like rockets or something. He's like, no. No.
Those are the scariest horror movies to me. That is the most disturbing
The
thing. is-
human centipede?
Yes, that just deeply. The guy who's like, we must do it for science.
Yes, I'm going to.
Mm.
How? By the way, not
Eat
really
pot.
science. Just having somebody shit into somebody else's mouth.
Well, everything is
Listen,
science.
That 100 guys in one day, that's very close to human centipede.
That
That
is
is-
true. That is true.
Is close to human centipede as you can get without getting human centipede.
Which is consenting adults, so it's a little different. I said that in the gayest way. My legs are crossed like this. I'm like, it's two consenting adults. Nobody.
I would
could-
love if they made like a human millipede one. And
Just
it's
longer?
like it's so long that by like they feed the first guy like soup, and by the last guy it comes out it's like a prime rib sandwich. It's like, what happened in there?
Yeah. It's like a game of telephone. It just
Yes.
changes up at some point.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wonder too. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You got to do like similar sized creatures. Like, I don't know, maybe like a. I'm trying to think of like a hawk and a monkey. You could do probably. That would be a cool one.
I get a bird, a completely different gene pool.
Yeah, but they'd
One's a
have to be.
mammal,
But they could be
one's a bird.
similar sized. Like I'm saying, you could do similar because you can't have like a frog.
Then it's gonna be the
Yes.
fucker. It's gonna be those little guys from Wizard of Oz.
That would be so.
You don't want those things running around. Those are the worst.
You don't, but for
Yeah.
your enemies, dude, if you just give those like AR-15s and have them like fly over
oh my
villages.
god, that'd be the worst thing ever. Those things were so annoying.
They'd probably start shooting each other.
That is true.
They
yeah,
would
they're
get mad at
fucking
each
retarded.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Just the idea of a fucking flying monkey with a machine gun is the coolest thing I could think of.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Dude, just
That's
an
very-
orangutan.
dude.
with
That's
the
very
fucking-
like 8-year-old
I'm
coded.
proud of
thing
you.
to say.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for thinking of that.
Yeah.
I did too many drugs this weekend.
Yeah.
That's why my brain
You're
is
like-
just
you're
like,
like,
what's
monkeys-
if a monkey had
You
a
guys know
machine?
the coolest thing I could think of? A monkey with wings.
Yeah.
and a gun.
Yeah.
Flying monkey, wings, and a gun. I hate my little sister. I don't want to eat any broccoli tonight.
I don't like the color pink.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna use it.
Yeah. And I want a bike for Christmas with flames.
That would be funny if the more drinking and drugs you did. I mean, your brain does kind of do that, but if it really just started to go back in that
Yeah.
way.
To be at a bar and like just tap the guy next to you. Look what I drew. And
Yeah.
it's just a monkey with
Do
wings.
they have chocolate milk here? Hey, I want a chocolate milk. Do they have it here?
Well, apparently, There
I
is
saw that broccoli here.
Ew.
No, but yeah, you're at a restaurant. You're like, nobody's gonna ask me to finish my broccoli, right?
Yeah, you're hammered. Turning into a little kid hammered is so cool.
Well, there is a thing called wet brain apparently, where if you drink too often, like if you're like the full blown alcoholic, get this thing where they stop drinking and they're still just like
Yeah.
permanently drunk.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we just watched the movie Another Round. Have you guys seen that movie?
No.
Oh, it's so cool. It's this Danish movie. It's about these teachers. These like 4 like middle-aged teachers. And they tried to do like the Hemingway thing. You know, Hemingway believed everyone is born with a deficiency of 0.05 blood alcohol level. So if you get to 0.05, you're at like peak performance.
Well, that's
So they try to do that through their lives. They do it while teaching and shit, and they become like better teachers. They're like crushing it in the classroom. One of them's a soccer coach, and like this little kid was getting bullied, and he's like inspiring the kid to like stand up. One of the guys is like mayor just falling apart, and he like spices it up. It gets more fun.
Yeah.
But then they overdo it. They start getting hammered. They're like hammered at school. He's fighting with his wife.
This is how I also know I'm dumb. I'm like, I think this is a genius. I think
I thought the same thing. Well, if you the theory is like if you stay at that point, which is like one drink, 0.05 is like a drink. But they overdo it. They get drunk. It's like, all right, we're gonna quit drinking. We're gonna stop. And when they stop, their lives just fucking fall apart.
Yeah.
Like the guy's wife leaves him. The guy, like the students are like not understanding what the guy sees. Like not a good teacher. He's like really short with the students.
Yeah.
And then like a bunch of shit happens, and then just start drinking again, and the movie ends.
Wow.
They're like, maybe we should just stay at 0.05.
Yeah.
And then it ends.
We should really be working on screenplays because it seems like you can really sell something if you can figure out how to sell
To get
it.
on stage, we just saw a musical, and it was like the coolest shit ever.
What
I
was
like,
it about?
It was the Back to the Future musical. I was like, this is gonna be
Dude,
so
I want to go to
gay
that
and
so
stupid.
bad. Why have I not done that? How much
It's
was
kind
it?
of it was a little expensive. It was like $80.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'll never do that.
Yeah.
I
mean, it was.
anything more than $50. I'm like, yes, that's not for me.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool, but it made me like think of like what could I want to make Beavis and Butthead the musical.
Yeah.
It's 4 hours long, and just 2 hours are like just 2 hours of that.
Musicals are I don't plays. I like them in theory. I don't like sing-alongs a lot. So what songs did they sing? Did Biff?
They made their own songs, but they're like it's.
Back
it
to
doesn't
the
take away
future,
from it.
everybody
Yeah.
get in the car.
Yeah,
Time
We're
to
gonna
drive
go.
back
Yeah, it's a lot of that
to
shit.
the future again.
I don't think it took away
that
from
literally
it.
sounds like a great song. I don't know. There's something about that.
It's
I'm
pretty
like,
good.
that's. I'm being really
I
opinionated.
think one was
today.
like
There's things I hate and
back
love.
in time. I don't know. It was
That's
like it was
fun.
just the movie
Do they
just on
do-
stage, basically.
Do they do Go Johnny Go Go?
Yeah, they did do-
Johnny Be Good.
They did do Johnny Be Good. Yeah, it was pretty gay,
Yeah, of course.
but it was awesome.
Yeah.
it was.
I also like that song that goes. "Ba-dam-ba-bam, ba-dam, 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 ba-dam." It's like when they get to the under the sea dance. It's like.
Oh. I think I know the scene in the movie you're talking about.
Oh,
I've
nice.
never seen it.
You ever seen Back to the Future?
He hasn't seen most movies, but
It's
that's
like
all,
a guy like who like almost kind of fucks his mom.
Yeah,
It's
I've
literally
heard that.
one of the best movies I've ever seen.
It's a great
Yeah.
movie. It's an
It's
amazing.
Christopher Lloyd, right?
movie. I think so.
yeah. Christopher George Floyd. Can we do anything with that?
Can we go back to before I tried to use that $20?
Yeah, no, I love that. But that also, it's also great that you haven't seen a lot of movies because you got like a lot. You ever like talk to someone who's done like no drugs, and you're like, dude, you have so many fun things you got.
I know, but I have the same problem with someone who has done no drugs where they're like, well, I don't want to do any because I'm too scared.
So you're like,
Is
you
that
just
what you
don't
like with
wanna watch
movies? You're
any
like scared
movies?
Back to the
I don't
Future's
want to
gonna
see
ruin your life.
Jaws. I'm too scared.
Yeah.
Jaws. Yeah,
It's
Jaws.
a big shark.
Yeah, it is a
Yeah.
big shark.
Not get eaten.
Steven Spielberg also just so many fun movies. I mean, besides like Schindler's List, but like all the other ones are like so adventure. Like it's like
yeah, big shark.
I was watching the new Indiana Jones. Now that is just a piece of shit. I was
Yeah.
I was high on the couch the other day, and I was like, "How bad can this be?" It's fucking Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Like, the worst Indiana Jones movie's got to be. And they just animate his face and such. They have like a young version of him, and it's like it just looks like a PS4 video game.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that's horrible. We were gonna watch. Speaking of shitty movies, we're gonna watch Red One. I'm sure you've seen the trailer for it. The Rock Saves Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah.
new one
My
that's
I
coming
can't
out.
see it without my brother. My brother's like, "Don't see this without me. We're gonna see it."
It bombed really bad. Opening weekend, it made $34 million, and it cost $200 million to make.
Does it at least look cool? We haven't seen it.
No. I mean, I haven't seen it yet.
I don't shit on anything I haven't seen. I think this 100-person
sure I'll
gangbang
fun.
might be a
Whenever
wonderful
they
movie.
spend that much money on a movie, I always would just love to go to the set and be like, "Can I just have like $40?"
Yeah.
That means nothing to
Yeah.
you know.
I've always said
That's
it's got to
true.
be so funny when you're making a movie like that and you find out halfway through that it's garbage. You just have like Robert Downey Jr. on
Yeah.
a zip line. You're like, wait, is this a terrible movie?
Yeah.
Like, randomly,
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
you're like, wait, guys, we
You're
may
the
have fucked
director.
up
Yeah.
bad.
Reading the script, you're like, all right, Rock, now you're going to say, let's save Christmas.
Yeah.
Just say that line.
Yeah. Let's save Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say
No,
it.
but can you just do the eyebrow thing?
Yeah,
Just
no,
say it,
but can
man.
you say it again in the most uninteresting way possible? Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy is just doing everything. He's doing like a live.
He
what's it
don't
called?
stop.
Mona? Is that what it is?
Moana?
It'd be cool if it was called Mona.
Mona.
Mona. Hello,
Yeah,
Mona.
The Rock's like, I'm in this new movie.
Yeah.
They should make a movie about the Mona Lisa, like her
Yeah.
whole story.
Yeah.
I would see
What was
that.
her deal? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
What I
later.
don't want to see though is the making of the Mona Lisa. I'm done with the making of things. So, like
Yeah.
this is the making of
With
Blackberry.
Bert Kreischer as the Mona Lisa.
Oh my.
You do a good Bert
God.
Kreischer. Do Bert.
That's it.
You know what you say? You do.
The laugh was kind of it too. Yeah.
I can't.
He's just constantly getting.
I'm not
tickled.
good at impressions on the spot.
You really are. You guys are both good voice guys.
Oh, thank you.
Can you do Bert Kreischer?
I can't do burger. Like, we tried to watch this movie. We turned this movie off 5 minutes into it.
That was so funny. Do you remember there was like a time period where every stand-up comedian started getting their own movies, and we're like,
Crazy.
"Wow, looks like Hollywood's coming back to fun." And every one of them were apparently terrible. I didn't see
Yeah.
any of it.
Oh, every stand-up? Yeah, I don't want to see stand-ups in movies.
Yeah.
I only want to see actors.
That's true.
It's like even actors can be funny if the writing is funny.
Yeah,
Like
well,
they know how to deliver a thing.
well, and also I think what happened too is like with stand-ups in movies, it's like they're like I think there was a thing where like we're in a totally different world now. We're all stand-ups podcasts, so I can't believe them. Like I see Andrew Schultz and like Tires. I'm like, that's Andrew because you listen to
Yeah.
podcasts, you know that the veil has been lifted. By the way, if I was ever a fucking actor, I'd never do a goddamn podcast because it completely ruins. Like
It lifts the veil.
I hate the veil being lifted, dude. It ruins
I know.
things.
yeah, I think it lifts the veil a little bit.
Yeah, leave the veil. The fact that Tosh is doing a podcast is really because he was such a mysterious guy. That's what made it.
Yeah.
Really
He was
fun.
very mysterious, but it doesn't make me happy. I'm like, okay, he's doing good. He's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is nice to hear from them. That's kind of the balance.
Yeah.
Like you do kind of want a little piece of their life,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I wish he did more stand up. I wish Tosh was like the Attell type and just did the road
Yeah,
constantly and just didn't really do anything much else but the road. Maybe put out a
Yeah,
special
like,
once in a blue moon.
Yeah, what's that guy Chris Chris
D-
Porter?
D'Elia.
Like a
D'Elia.
Chris
I was
Porter kind of guy
Yeah.
who it's like you only see him on specials really, and his
Yeah.
specials are always funny.
Yeah.
I haven't watched much of him. Chris
Oh, you
Porter.
haven't?
I mean, either.
Oh, dude, he's great.
I know of him, but I.
You know
He's
who
got
else
a
is great? Michael
hilarious
Good
voice.
headlining the Gimmick December 28th.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I should have done that at the end when we're. But yeah, Chris Porter is that guy with the beard and sort of
He's
the.
got the beard. He's kind of like, what the fuck?
Love
I
it.
love what the fuck
Yeah.
comics.
Yeah.
Are you
What the
telling me?
fuck?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like that kind of guy. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Sold on him.
It's great,
Seatbelts. What the fuck?
Yeah.
yeah, I love those comics.
Yeah.
Those are I got to become a what the fuck comic.
And he just tells stories about him, like just like a white trash guy getting fucked up.
Awesome.
He's like
Yeah.
a
Sold.
southern kind of. He's like a real middle of New York touring guy. Very funny.
Does he do this? Does he do your 20s are different than your 30s?
No, he does
Thank
not.
God.
dating women in your 20s is a lot different than dating women in your 30s. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, as long as he doesn't do that,
No,
I am
he's
in.
good. He's definitely good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't see him a lot. There's a lot of like. It makes when you think about your legacy, you know.
Yeah.
Like I thought Norm did it perfectly where he had his podcast. So it was like he was giving people that side of him, the conversational side, which everyone loves. But he was never like too open about his life. Everything was still kind of a mystery.
Yeah. Also, it was still like fake because everything
It was
Norm
still a
did was
bit.
like fake.
It was
yeah,
a
like
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But then it is hard too, though, because sometimes the really honest ones are really good too. Like sometimes a comic like Louis, where you really know who he is, that's
Yeah.
also really
Yeah.
good too. But it just depends on what kind of stand-up.
But
you
that's
do.
it's a whole different type of comic.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have to be like as interesting as Louis, I think. Like
Yeah.
Louis-
Well, I think it's the opposite. I don't think he's an interesting guy. I think he's an interesting thinker.
That's
like
what
you
I
look
mean.
at his life,
yeah.
you're like, this is okay. He was just like a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Just an
like
interesting stinker.
What's that?
Oh, fine. No,
Say I'm
fine.
a stinker.
I said you're a stinker, but in like a cute way.
Okay. Tell me my farts smell good, dude. Tell me
I
what they
did. It was
smell.
nothing to do with your farts.
I didn't
meant,
even
like,
smell it over the
Yeah.
smell of my breath on this microphone.
Yeah, that's
Didn't even-
true.
Yeah.
Didn't even do anything.
But how was that rave, by the way?
It was fun. It wasn't. We sobered up by the time we get there. The trains sober you up,
Yeah.
which I hate. That's what I hate about New York. Also, Austin, everything is so close together. You know, you get hammered, and then they're like, "Hey, we're going to a rave at 2." So all you got to do is walk down to some sewers or some shit where they are having them.
Yeah. I went to one in Austin. That one that was at, it's like a weird, you probably know the place. It's just like the big EDM places by the creek.
Yeah, that was that's Empire. See, the ones I've been going to aren't at venues. They're just like in the woods. Or
Yeah,
some
I'd kind of
shit.
go to a random one. I went to one rave. It was like it was a fucking, this is the shit I want to do again. The party was you have to pay $1 cover for every article of clothing. So there was like a guy with just like a dick sock walking in. It was just like a really
Whoa.
weird group of people. It was
That's
like
insane.
for sure people that do heroin, but interesting folks. Like
Yeah.
you get to fire juggle people who are just like,
Yeah, we see them a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my friend told me we're at a rave once. I think it was in an abandoned something or other. It was a big abandoned room.
Yeah.
And it was like a lot of cool young hip people, like 90%, but then like the other 10% were like just like crazy looking freaks.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
drug addict, junkies, like they
Wooks.
live on the street. Yeah. And my friend was like, "Hey man, look at them." And I'm like, "Yeah, freaky people." Was like, "That's how you know it's a good rave." When the freaks
That's
come
how you know
out-
the bass is fat. Those
Yeah,
are the
yeah.
bass
he,
heads.
he was
yeah.
like dropping. And I was like, dude, there's no stand-up equivalent to that. You don't see like a junkie walking to like the creek in the cave. Like, dude, this is a good show. The
Yeah.
fucking freaks are here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of like it's weird because some of those raves would be like the hottest women in the world, and then just like the scariest gamer guy you
Yeah,
see
the
in your life.
scariest.
Yeah, there is
the
with like
slob of a
Legos
person.
around his neck or something like that. And he's
Yeah.
just got like vampire teeth, and you're like, that is.
and the tiniest bra you've ever seen.
Yeah, and then you're on drugs, and you're like, "Am I that guy?" Like
Yeah.
randomly, you'll be like, "Am I?"
Like,
Is there
we're
worse?
the same
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
yeah. I'm looking at a
We're at
mirror.
the same place, same time.
But there's a
Is
beauty
this
to
me?
that.
Yeah,
There's a beauty to that, seeing like really like people that look like they're on the front of a magazine, like beautiful people, than just seeing like the GameStop crew next to each other. You're like, this is
Yeah.
so sick.
yeah. I went to a rave this week. It was like my friend's birthday that lasted like 4 days, and I popped in and out
Nice.
for like 2 or 3 days. But it was like they treated like they were doing a music festival. They were just like, all right, they're like, we're doing acid now, and then shrooms and ketamine. It was just fucking.
Wow.
It was like 4 or 5 days of people just going the hardest I've ever seen people go. And it was one of those where like Thursday night I went out with them, had some fun. Friday night I went out, went crazy, did a bunch of ketamine until like 7 a.m.
Nice.
Saturday I was like, I'm gonna stop by just for a couple drinks. And I get in line for like a nightclub. And first off, I hate nightclubs. If I can't get in immediately, I'm like, this is not.
I know. I get very defensive.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not. I don't even want to be.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, you can get me in for $2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go.
Oh,
If
yeah,
I was
yeah.
a door guy and someone said, they'd be like, "Oh, well, I actually come in."
Yeah.
I would feel bad. I'd be like, "I'm sorry, man."
Yeah.
The exclusive thing is so fucking
They're like picking out
douchey.
women. I'm like, my conversation could be used in there.
Yeah.
Like, you're not thinking about me as a whole. You're just
I know
making
about
it-
like every war. I
Yeah.
can tell you about every war.
And how dare you think I can't dance?
Yeah.
Like I will show everyone up in there.
Yeah.
I'm pissed off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I get that.
I'm walking off the podcast.
Well, that's what it was like. I showed up and I was like, because I had a show on Saturday. I was like, I know what's going to happen. I know I'm going to get there. They got a VIP table. I was like, I know I'm going to get there and they're going to be like, they're already in there. I don't know who you're talking
and they're
about.
gonna be like, "Who are you?
That's what fucking. I walk up and they're like,
Who
yeah,
are you, white boy?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, who are you? Get your white ass out of here, man. You ain't funny at all. You always talking about cum and retards on your podcast. I ain't about none of that shit. How about you take your white ass, get the fuck out, go back to Winter Park.
It's a 5'3" white guy.
But I show up. The guy's like, yeah, it's your good buddy's maxed out on his table. I was like, really? How do you know that? Are you up there right now? And
Yeah.
I was like, and he's like, it's gonna be $600 to jump onto his table. And I was like, no. And he goes, you know what? I'm gonna do you a huge favor. Just go up there. I was like, what? You're
You
stop.
did all this for nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, stop acting like it's either $600 or it's not.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no way you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna rob this venue of $600. Because
Yeah.
I was like, no, you're just trying to be a fucking power douche. Again, the
That's
elevator.
really funny. That is hysterical at the same time. though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like $600. He's like, I was like, no. He's
And you're like, no. And he's like, ah, right.
yeah, you're just going for free.
I tried.
I mean, they're pieces of shit, and like, there's such a douchiness to like the fucking. I mean, it's such a mean job. They have to go like, you girls aren't hot enough. These guys aren't cool. It's a whole thing.
It's kind of the coolest job ever.
It is, but it's stuff like you're.
But you
fucking-
deal with these drunk guys, and it's like
Oh, yeah.
they're every drunk guy is the same guy,
That is so true.
and they're
yeah.
just like, oh, who the fuck is this guy? So you got
Yeah.
a bunch of people like,
That
and
is
I'd imagine
brutal.
all you want to do is punch like white men.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, especially
Because,
because there's all the like, do you know my father kind of guys.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
Especially in New York. Ugh.
Oh God, yeah.
My buddy who's a door guy at Mothership they get a lot of this for some reason, but a lot of drunk white guys for some reason just asking to meet Joe Rogan. Like they just think that they're like the special guy.
Yeah.
One of my buddies told me the story. He's standing on the stairs. There's like 2 showrooms. There's stairs between them. The guy goes up. He's like, I know you get this a lot, man, but I promise I'm chill. Any chance I can meet Joe Rogan. And my buddy goes, I could get fired for this, dude. But he's like, go next door to Shakespeare's. Go upstairs to the top bar and order it. And he like tells him to order some weird shot. He's like, after the show, go do that. That's kind of like the secret green room. And apparently the guy tried to come back to the club all pissed.
I got the shot.
Yeah, he like believed him for some reason.
What do you think is going to happen? Like he was going to take the shot, and then the bartender leaves, and Joe Rogan walks in as the
Yeah.
bartender.
Psychedelic Joe Rogan like
Yeah.
appears.
He thought he was gonna
I'm
get
not
invited
even a
to, like-
real person.
Yeah.
Dude, how many of those guys do you think just getting a hug from Joe Rogan would be like the best day of their life?
Dude, they would die. They would,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they die happy.
He's probably a nice hug too, because he's
Great
like
hug.
right
Probably
at your
great
waist
hug, dude.
level.
yeah.
So you
I
can
changed
kinda
my
bench
sleeping
down
thing.
a little.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's guarding
Yeah,
the door.
But
good
he's a
hug.
little. Oh, he's guarding the. Oh, I was gonna say
I'm not
he's too
sleeping with-
muscular in
No,
the
no,
bed.
no, I'm not sleeping with that man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no. Oh, then I fucking get in, and I was like, I'm just gonna come by for a drink, and then immediately everybody's in such a good mood that I just start chugging vodka. Everybody's
Nice.
like, Michael, and I'm like, all right, it looks like I have to take this
Yeah.
handle. They're
Yeah,
like,
you
"Whoa."
reacted like a dog when everyone's excited.
Yeah,
my tail's
Started
wagging a
pissing
little.
your
Yeah.
pants on the
Yeah.
floor. Yeah.
It's so funny too. It's those people that you met. They're just visiting town. I met them like 2 days ago, but they're now like my favorite person on earth. Just because we had like 2 fun conversations and like
Yeah.
an Uber ride. I'm like, you, my friend, are the best human being ever.
I love that.
And then I blacked out. I freaked out because I woke up with like my wallet in my pocket and like my socks on. I was like, there's no way I was well behaved. And everybody's like, you were just dancing and then you were just gone. I guess you just went home. And I'm like, sometimes
Wow.
That's sweet.
besides text message, I send you some drunk ass text messages.
Yeah,
but-
they were
Oh.
fun though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
They were all fun.
Besi-
Michael's lovey guy,
yeah.
big lovey guy. When
I
he
get like that
drinks.
when I get drunk too.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's no motivation for me to like get my shit together.
Yeah,
but-
dude, I get drunk. I get drunk and start laying into the work group chat. I'm like, really appreciate you guys. It'd be like 2 in the morning.
Teams.
Oh yeah, it's not even. It's just in the app that we use.
Yeah.
And like and the managers and everyone,
and they can see the
it.
time that you post.
Yeah, it's like 2 a.m. and like someone will literally go, I had a couple drinks, Cap, because I've done it so many times.
That's so funny.
But I think it is funny too.
That is
There's
not. But that like, if I was an employer, as long as you're like getting something done once in a while,
yeah.
I'd be like, that guy's good.
He's good to have
He's like a
around.
good locker room guy. Yeah.
Yeah, if I got drunk and was like, I fucking hate all you people.
Yeah, and then you walk in, you're like, I'm so
What's
sorry,
up,
everyone.
guys?
I
See,
was.
sorry. My little cousin took my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, the show I was supposed to do tonight got fucking canceled.
No.
That's the one you were also supposed to do
No.
tonight. Yeah. All right.
Double down. A lot of shows get canceled here.
Yeah, dude.
There's
Yeah.
too many places.
They're competing
too
with
many
fucking
comics.
a nightclub and fucking raves for people. There's so much more fun
yeah,
shit to do.
so much more. fun.
Yeah. The raves are sick. Yeah, there's been like I've had to tell myself a lot. I'm like, no raves tonight, Captain. Go do comedy.
How often did you go to raves?
I was going because my buddy is like a decent DJ in Aussie. He DJs a lot of them, so he's like, just come hang out, no cover or anything.
That
Just come.
shit's so like that is when it becomes fun. Like I just started that with Orlando. Now we're like you have friends with money and like decent connections where you're like, oh, I could just when you could just walk into a nightclub. It's just, I'm,
Yeah.
like, I'm never waiting in
Yeah.
the fucking line. But
Yeah.
like, if somebody's just like, hey, you could be behind the DJ booth, just going like,
Dude,
I'm
that's
like,
exactly
No,
what
that's
yeah.
like all. That's my dream.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
like,
me in like platform shoes,
Yeah.
dancing on top of a subwoofer.
oh, but my favorite fucking part of this, you have to go up in an elevator to get to this club, and there's this like old black dude probably like 50 or 60 years old with these like 2 smoking hot chicks. And he's like, gonna be a big night tonight. I had to bring the OGs out. These girls go, we met you 5 minutes ago.
That's so funny.
And he's like, hey, you're the new OGs.
The new OGs. You're the OGs of tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really funny.
It's so funny too, because like I don't know where my life goes with like the way I live. And I'm like, I would love to be like, in my mind, I'm like, I would love to just be having fun for always. But like being an old club guy seems disgusting.
This is awesome.
It does and it doesn't. Like I would want to be, one thing I would not, you just can't be trying to look cool. Like you can't go to a club.
Mhm.
If I was like club guy, as in like I go in and I'm with all my friends and I'm like, shots for everybody. And we're like, oh, it's like a fun vibe.
Yeah.
But I never want to be like the like club guy where I'm like, this is my exclusive table and like only celebrity. Like that gets kind of
Wearing a bunch of rings.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have like a cross around my neck, but I'm like very unreligious. They're like, why does he
It's
have a
upside down. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's a goth club.
Yeah. Dude, there's always a thing like that. You gotta have like a cross, and then you'll have like there's these new black sweaters. I don't know how you describe them, but they're like I don't even know what it is. It's like a sweater your grandma would wear, but it's black and long, and it's almost like a cape. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm,
I'm talking about a really
Right.
specific thing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We are at an hour. What would you guys like to promote? Now that I drew a
That was
blank
good.
on that, I'm like,
Just the Right Caller show on YouTube. Go listen to my prank phone calls. Season 2 is coming out very soon. And just all Captain Wright on all social medias.
hell yeah. It was a
Yeah.
pleasure hanging with you,
It's a
dude.
pleasure hanging with you guys. It was super duper fun.
Yeah, and check out News from Bed.
this might be the last morning good for a while with Patty on it. 'Cause
I
he's moving to
know.
Florida.
Whoa.
Sad.
Yep. I mean, I'll probably
Here.
have you on when I visit Florida when I
Yeah.
go back. So,
Yeah,
oh, also,
bullshit.
if you're in Tampa or Orlando, I'm headlining the Gimmick. The link is in the bio of my Instagram, Michael Good Comedy. Please come out. I really am trying to pack out the show. December 28th, 8 p.m. Please come out. I just started promoting things, and it's so funny how like lame I feel. Like I texted
It's
friends.
the worst.
Text friends in Tampa. I'm like, hey man, how you been? Do you want to come pay to go
Yeah.
see me do comedy?
Saying,
Like, it's so
saying please is the worst shit
yeah,
ever.
please come out. Please don't. You know what?
Please come
Don't make me look like a fucking idiot. Okay.
Yeah.
You should make an event out of it, like Arcade Fire does,
What do they do?
where like their concerts, like everyone has to like dress up in like a suit and stuff. You should do something like that.
hysterical. And don't tell the Gimmick people about it and just have all your people show up in a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all my fans are just really doing great in their lives.
Yeah. They're gonna buy a lot of drinks. Yeah.
Also, especially don't do this. Don't do the thing where you buy tickets and then don't show up. That's almost worse. I
That's
think.
way worse.
Right? Because
Like, oh yeah, he botted the fucking like ticket link or some shit.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Only buy if you're gonna come, but
Yeah.
please come and buy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.